One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. Religious doctrines are all illusions. They do not admit of proof, and no one can be compelled to consider them as true or to believe in them. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. Immorality, no less than morality, has at all times found support in religion. In the depths of my heart I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. No, our science is no illusion. But an illusion it would be to suppose that what science cannot give us we can get elsewhere. Everywhere I go I find a poet has been there before me. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Religion is an illusion, and it derives its strength from the fact that it falls in with our instinctual desires. Where the questions of religion are concerned, people are guilty of every possible kind of insincerity and intellectual misdemeanor. He does not believe that does not live according to his belief. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. Beauty has no obvious use, nor is there any clear cultural necessity for it. Yet civilization could not do without it. The intention that man should be happy is not in the plan of creation. Neurotics complain of their illness, but they make the most of it. And when it comes to taking it away from them, they will defend it like a lioness her young. What progress we are making! In the Middle Ages they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Loneliness and darkness have just robbed me of my valuables. The more the fruits of knowledge become accessible to men, the more widespread is the decline of religious belief. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. The creative writer does the same as the child at play. He creates a world of fantasy which he takes very seriously. My love is something valuable to me which I ought not to throw away without reflection. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Men are strong so long as they represent a strong idea. They become powerless when they oppose it. Public self is a conditioned construct of the inner psychological self. Where questions of religion are concerned, people are guilty of every possible sort of dishonesty and intellectual misdemeanor. You wanted to kill your father in order to be your father yourself. Now you are your father, but a dead father. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard.